Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, and in today's video, it's a spicy one actually. We have the new Heroes Path, the anniversary path. It's been the anniversary for the last year, it feels like. It's constant anniversaries at the moment. I think this is Plarium's 14th anniversary. Something like that. I think, they might put in my birthday might be an event in game. Maybe my parents' wedding anniversary. I think that might be an event in game. All of the anniversaries are making it in at this point. But yeah, this one, like I said, this is spicy. We're going to be breaking down in today's video my recommended paths through this event. But we actually had two versions of this event, right? This was the original version that appeared in the game, and it has now been updated to this. So you can see the difference very clearly when I flick between them, was that you had basically a line going straight through the middle to this key at the bottom. Really weird, right? Really weird. Now, I went through and I did a whole bunch of different paths through this event and different things you could do for you. I was breaking it down. I was very confused because, as you can see, this line through here, the key is available to purchase, but these things weren't. What they actually did, crazy. They've never done this before, and this is crazy. And I've already seen some absolute uproar about this, and rightly so. What they actually did, they canceled the event. They turned it off and they started it like this. You can see for me, I have 58,000 silver now in my inbox. I was running a bunch of multi-battles trying to grind this up so I could figure out which way to go. I think I put 30 multi-battles in, and most of those did not count. So yeah, it's just turned into a bunch of silver. I think the worst example I heard was someone was like, yeah, boom, I'm maxing out this path. They went in and spent 80 million silver to get all the coins and unlock the event. Suddenly the event disappeared and they got 1 million silver back in their inbox. So I expect the community is going to be absolutely insane about this, and rightly so. But yeah, my opinion on this is Plarium needs to go through. They obviously have this stuff in the inbox that they can see. Plarium needs to go through and reimburse those people properly. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they need to do something serious to fix that, because it's unacceptable, really. Anyway, that's all I'll say about that for now. Pretty obvious that it's unacceptable, so let's just move on. Let me show you what I think about this event, how it's actually supposed to work, and what you might do. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, you do start off, actually you can't see here, I've cropped it out. You do start off with one key, which will give you easy access to one of the two avatars. I actually did really enjoy this whole voting process they had, like vote for your favorite Bannerlord Knights, and it would just shrink down every round. These are the two most popular, Septimus and Baron. Both very cool. They actually both look very similar. For me, Septimus is the winner, right? For me, Septimus is like the quintessential Bannerlord. He just encapsulates everything and is very cool. Baron is obviously more sort of the fancier one right now, but his animations suck. So I don't like Baron as much as Septimus. But yeah, you can get one of the portraits for free with this key. So that's sort of how you started off. So you get to choose one of those. If you want to get the other one, you have to come all the way through the middle of the path, which is really expensive with things for 9,000. Barrel would be the better one here, I think. 30,000 for an Eternal Essence. Then you get the other key and you could unlock the other one. So it's going to be very expensive to get both of these portraits, but it's very cheap to get one of them. Also worth mentioning, guys, in order to get this, I'm in the way. Actually, it's faster if I do this. Getting artifacts and accessories and upgrading them. So it's basically artifact enhancement plus dungeon divers, right? I would expect most of your points are going to come from artifact enhancement. So it's going to be a big silver sink upgrading it. We are going to have a bunch of events at the same time as well. So there's going to be 3x speed in Dragon. And I believe that starts, I think maybe it starts tomorrow. We've got the thing starting tomorrow. Then we're going to have 3x Savage in Fire Knight after that, and 3x Bannerlord accessories in Spider's Den. So we shall see. I'm a little bit confused because I guess it's up for 3 days, but the stuff doesn't actually start for 1 day. Yeah, let me double check that. Let me double check, and then we'll dive in. No, today it's supposed to be. Wait, that's really weird. So it's supposed to be today. On Tuesday, the 30th of May, that's today, there's going to be a 3x for Speed and Dragon. So we should have 3x Speed and Dragon starting today, but then the Dragon tournament doesn't start until tomorrow. I feel like they've really gotten confused. I feel confused. I don't know what's going on here. It seems very weird. So it should be today, should be 3x Speed in Dragon, apparently. And then on Wednesday is going to be 3x Savage and Fire Knight. I wonder if they might change this. Look, I would say hold on to any extra multi-battles and stuff for a few hours here if you can. Obviously, it depends what you're able to do, but I mean, maybe this tournament will start earlier. I don't know. This is really weird. You have to use only champions from Bannerlords. That's going to be kind of awkward. I might do a whole video on that. So you might not care, but there is due to be 3x speed sometime today, allegedly. We'll see. So I'd hold on for a few hours just to make sure that does start. And let us know in the comments as well. I'll try post an update too, so you guys know. Anyway, okay. How would I go through this path? All of this nonsense aside. So I think there's a few different routes that I might go. So route number 1, this is the green route, guys. The green route is going down, I would say going down the left-hand side is a bit better. You're going to get a barrel instead of getting a chicken if you mirror the two routes. So this one is, in my opinion, a bit better, but it's of course up to you. And it might depend as well. If you're not 100% sure you're going to make it the full way, you know, you might want to just grab the avatar you prefer first, but this is the double avatar route. So very simply, we go down here, then we swing around. So it's going on the outside is cheaper, where you get the coins, basically. It is cheaper than swinging into the middle to get the really expensive stuff, get the second key, open it up, and there you go. This would cost you 47,000 points, which is a fairly substantial amount. So that's path number 1, the green path. That is getting the 2 portraits. Path number 2 is the yellow path. This is getting the 2 legendary books, right? So you've got, it's actually 2 entirely separate paths here that you can go for. The one with the key, it actually makes it slightly cheaper. So yeah, it's going to make it slightly cheaper. And other than that, the 2 paths are mostly identical. Again, I would say the Septimus path is better. It's really a minor thing, though. 3 rarity charms are better than 3 rank charms. You actually get more rank charms than rarity charms for whatever reason. Certainly I do. So this path, it's 20,500 for the left-hand side, and then 21,200 for the right-hand side. That will get you 2 legendary books. And yeah, I mean, I think the interesting thing about that is that yellow versus green, you know, with the green path, you're going to get the 2 portraits. With the yellow path, you get 2 legendary books, but you miss one of the portraits. They're relatively similar in cost. Yellow is cheaper. So I would say, you know, yellow is looking pretty good. I think they're both very good options that you could go for. Then the next option here, this would be the orange path. So this one is going, okay, I'm going to go get one of the legendary books, but then what if instead of going and grabbing the second legendary book, what if I grab these 2 bits instead, right? I go for the Eternal Soul Stone. Or I guess another way to look at it would be, I'm going for the Eternal Soul Stone. I don't really care about the portrait. Let me swing over and grab a legendary skill tome as well. The orange path is actually quite expensive, 59,500. So this one costs quite a bit. It's sort of the path for, I'm going for sort of the most power, essentially. I just want the highest tier items. I'm going for this and that. And then again, you could like, you know, you could come down here for this key afterwards. You know, you could go up for the void thing, or you could just be happy and leave after that. You know, it's really up to you, whatever you want to do. I think then they've got the teal path as well. This is another option here, which is, look, I want just the cheapest thing that's somewhat substantial. This is just going down and grabbing yourself a void shard. That's 12,200. So that seems like a pretty reasonable way. Again, I would say that this side of the path, getting the rarity charm, the gems, the 5-star legendary chaos ore, and then the void shard, this is going to be the better side to go. And that's just getting, you know, kind of decent rewards for sort of the cheapest cost. So those would be the ones that I'd be looking at. Yeah, these are basically the few paths that I would recommend. So we've got green, which is going for the 2 portraits. We've got yellow, the 2 legendary tomes, orange, which is sort of the power path, the big dick path, and teal, which is the cheapskate path. What am I going to go for? For me, I probably would lean towards, I'm actually probably thinking about the green path, to be honest. Means missing out on legendary skill tomes, which does kind of suck. But, you know, getting the 2 portraits is kind of fun. You know, those legendary skill tomes will just be gone at some point, whereas the portraits are fun. That being said, for you, I do think there's a lot to be said for the yellow path if you can afford it. You could even go yellow path, and then you could swing over, and you could get towards a void shard somewhat cheaply as well. My advice, of course, would be, if possible, I think very little of this is going to help you get these coins, right? None of this stuff is going to help you with either getting artifacts and accessories or upgrading artifacts and accessories, more than likely. So you can wait until the end of the path and then spend your coins. That is up to you. So yeah, that would be what I would recommend doing. See how many coins you're actually going to be able to get, properly track how many you're getting per day, and then make your decision. But yeah, I'd say on the whole, fairly standard sort of path. I thought the portrait thing was fun. I think the starting the path incorrectly and having to restart it was an absolute disaster. Kind of undermines the fun stuff about it. Yeah, it seems decent. Again, this is something you can totally skip, bearing in mind there is another fusion coming up, so it's up to you. But yeah, I think that 3x speed and 3x savage are pretty good events, actually. And if you have spare energy, if you don't need to stockpile your stuff up for the next fusion, this is going to be a pretty good time to grind, upgrade some gear. We also have 50% gear removal costs. It's a pretty good time to sort of quadruple dip or whatever and get some pretty big rewards from dungeon diving and upgrading gear that you don't need. Upgrading gear with silver that you've saved up and stuff like that. So there you go, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.